Hello and welcome to a new episode of Geek Lunch Me. I'm your host Chris. As usual, a sort of news catch up this week, a few bits and pieces going on. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Numbers are still slowly but steadily going up. If you're not already subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button now? Give the video a thumbs up, will help us out a great deal. So first of all, there was a fantastic surprise for us Indiana Jones fans as John Williams debuted Helena's theme, the first piece of music from Indiana Jones 5. Now we're still 10 months out from the movie, so very strange to get sort of the music this early, but he was conducting a concert of his music at the Hollywood Bowl, I believe it was, and yeah, as an encore they played Helena's theme, written for Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's a fantastic bit of music, very typical William. I will drop a link to one of the many videos that people recorded at the Hollywood Bowl in the description below. Unfortunately, I probably can't play it here. I'll probably get taken down for copyright reasons. But yeah, it's very John Williams. There's a little hint towards the end of Marion's theme from Raiders. So yeah, it's just a nice little snippet of music to tide us over for the next 10 months on what is probably going to be John Williams' final score he has mentioned. Now, D23, the Disney Expo, that is on the 9th. That's only next week. Rumours seem to all keep circulating that we may actually get a bit of a trailer. If we do, and I think there is a chance we may, I imagine it'll be the smallest sort of teaser trailer, probably just images, possibly not even any dialogue. But yeah, so hopefully, so that'll be next week. Obviously, I'll report on that in next week's show. Yeah, it'll be fantastic if we do get a teaser. So fingers crossed, we'll wait and see. On some casting news this week, Ben Kingsley is going to reprise his role as Trevor Slattery, who you may remember first turned up in Iron Man 3 and then again last year in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Yes, the hapless actor is going to be in the Wonder Man series, which will be coming to Disney+. I don't know too much about Wonder Man. I've not read any of the comics. I had to look him up. It's got a bit of a convoluted history. It looks like he started as a villain. He was mixed in with Vision's origins. So I wonder if there's a possibility. We've obviously got White Vision still lurking around in the MCU. It's not been mentioned since the end of WandaVision. And doing a story run in the 90s. He was an actor in Hollywood. So I'm assuming that's where obviously Trevor Slattery's character is going to fit in there. I don't know when we're going to get Wonder Man. It wasn't mentioned when Kevin Feige did his thing at Comic-Con, didn't he? And laid out all what's coming in the next couple of years. It certainly wasn't mentioned for next year. So I imagine 2024 and the earliest for Wonder Man. But let's say that'll be coming to Disney+. Some more casting news. Jeffrey Dean Morgan continues his romp through every comic book adaptation going. He obviously started off as the psychopath, the comedian in Watchmen. He then went on, probably most famously, as a complete psychopath, Negan, with his baseball bat Lucille in The Walking Dead. And news tells us now that he is joining The Boys season 4. Whereas seeing as a whole bunch of psychopathic supers going on in that show, I just wouldn't be surprised if we see him carry on in that vein. Yeah, Boys season 4 has started shooting. Some of the cast putting out some photos on Instagram on the set, and I suspect we'll be seeing Billy Butcher, Huey, and everyone back again. I would say probably next year on Amazon Prime. So yeah, look forward to that one. And Umbrella Academy, it was announced, is also getting a 4th season, which will be its final one. Or will be an interesting one because the first 3 seasons have been sort of very loosely based on the comics. But the comics so far have finished at the Hotel Oblivion storyline. So this will all be completely new ground going forward. Whether Gerard Way will be involved there, giving them some story tips would be good. Season 3 left us obviously with a sort of another alternate timeline, I think, where they'd sort of lost their powers, and we've still got the storyline of their father and his alien origin, who now in this timeline has the love of his life back with him. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Absolutely love Umbrella Academy. So not sure when that goes into production, so maybe we'll see that next year, hopefully. That's probably about it for news this week. A bit light on the news. What have I been watching? She-Hulk. We've had 3 episodes of She-Hulk so far, and I've really been enjoying it. It's really fun. It's something different. Everyone moans that Marvel have been pumping out the same product, or the movies have been very similar. Obviously very successful for them. But Yeah, the Disney Plus stuff. They definitely seem to be taking a bit of a risk doing different types of show. I mean, She-Hulk is, it's a half-hour sitcom. Jen breaks the fourth wall. She speaks directly to the audience. It'll be interesting to see when they do, fold her into the movies as well. How presumably they'll have to make her a bit more serious. But then that works sort of Ant-Man. Ant-Man wasn't as much of a comedy, but obviously it was still very funny. But then when they brought him into Civil War and then Infinity War and Endgame, how it really worked out. So I can't see they should have any problem doing that with She-Hulk. But it'll be interesting to see how they do it, especially if Deadpool turns up as well at some point in the future, whereas they're talking about if he's breaking the fourth wall and doing all these crazy shenanigans as well. It'll be interesting to see how that all fits together. But yeah, it would be some great cameos. We've had Wong. We've obviously got the Abomination in it. Tim Roth, absolutely fantastic, back as the Abomination. The first episode, we got loads of Bruce Banner, who has now disappeared off into the stars, going back to Sakaar, which may lead into the storyline. Is it the World War Hulk with his son Scar? I think it was. So yeah, all sorts of little interesting spin-offs there. I mean, there's little Easter eggs that indicated someone having a bar brawl who had metal claws coming out of his hands. So we know the mutants are coming. With Wolverine to the MCU. Yeah, just lots of little bits like that. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. It was a nice little bit where they took fanboys' crappy comments from the internet from when they had announced that they were doing She-Hulk, the usual misogynistic garbage. They use that in the series as sort of people commenting online about Jen and becoming She-Hulk, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, She-Hulk's going great guns at the moment. It's good fun, completely different take from anything we've seen before. And we've had 2 episodes of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Amazon Prime's ludicrously expensive sort of flagship fantasy show, and I am really enjoying it. I've said before, when the trailers first hit, I was not going much on it at all. It looked like a bunch of cosplayers to me who had, stumbled onto a set. But now, and then as the trailers went on, I thought it looked better and better. Yeah, absolutely enjoying it. I know it says they're spending like $1 billion. I don't know. I think that covers more than just this season. But you can see where the money is. The effects work is absolutely fantastic, absolutely flawless. Didn't see anything wrong at all. The integration of the dwarfs and the Harfoots, obviously being the different sizes, is absolutely seamless. Obviously, what are we now? 20 years later from Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. It looked good then. There's a few shots where it was obvious. This is absolutely flawless. Really enjoying it. Say it's thousands of years before Lord of the Rings. So we've got a young Galadriel and Elrond. Galadriel's obsessed. She's convinced that Sauron is still loose in the world, which obviously we know he is, and returns. And yeah, I read some reviews that said it was, visually stunning, but a bit slow. I must admit, I didn't find the first 2 episodes slow. There's a lot, obviously, of new characters to introduce, and I thought they'd done a really good job. And I was sort of gripped from the beginning. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It's one of the first shows in ages that I'm sort of, really eager to see, what's coming in the next episode, which I think they're releasing every Friday, aren't they? So yeah, yeah. If you've not checked out Rings of Power, I would really give it a go. Obviously, you'll get more out of it if you're, if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings. Some of the backstory, but they've done a really good job. I know they only had access to certain parts of the backstory due to legal reasons. So obviously, I know they've changed a lot of it. But yeah, I'm really digging where they're going with it. So yeah, I absolutely thoroughly recommend it. That's about it from me this week. I say just a quick news roundup. So until next time, take care and eat, geek, and be merry.